A stunning move is an objective from set 11, updated from a legacy objective based around the opening scenes of Revenge of the Sith. It's a great platform for playing some of the most iconic villains from the prequel movies. I also like that it's a little less reactive than some main character decks while still playing fun, powerful characters who can swing lightsabers. Start with 500 Republica and Coruscant Private Platform, the second best private platform in the game, as well as Insidious Prisoner, which is an epic event that will hang out at 500 Republica. Especially if you're playing in person, make sure you remember that Insidious Prisoner adds a dark side icon. Your starting interrupt will be Grievous Gambit. This will let you deploy Begin Landing Your Troops and Fighters Straight Ahead combo, Evil is Everywhere, and Wipe Them Out, all of them. It also goes to your hand, so you can deploy the Coruscant system from reserve in most matchups. You may be tempted to start They Will Be No Match for You, but that's really just there as a second copy of Darth Maul's double-bladed lightsaber. Begin Landing Your Troops combo increases the forfeit of your 2 ships as well as Admiral Trench. It also gives you another way to pull the Invisible Hand docking bay on first turn, guaranteeing you get all of your activation out, and protection from Nabran leads is always relevant in a deck like this. Since you're likely to deploy someone to a battleground early in the game, Wipe Them Out, all of them is great early activation. And of course, Evil is Everywhere gets your hallway and lightsabers. The goal of the deck is pretty simple. If you control the Insidious Prisoner's sight, he'll follow your characters, and once you get the prisoner to the Invisible Hand, you get to flip your objective, do some direct damage to your opponent, and you get the opportunity to reveal a card from your force pile once per turn. When you do this, your opponent can either let you take it into hand or lose 2 force. There are mind games to be played here, but I would suggest that you usually want to pick the best card and hope they don't want to lose force. A few things to remember: unless your opponent gives you an icon, you probably don't want to deploy anyone first turn. If you activate 6 and have one of your big guns in the opening hand, you're probably good to deploy, especially if you know a matching saber is in reserve, and or if you have Imperial Barrier. Just don't drop an unprotected aura with Blaster or you're asking for trouble. If you're not building the deck card for card, keep in mind of the character deployment restrictions. You cannot deploy Sidious, First Order, or Imperial characters, but that still leaves plenty of options. This is the kind of deck where it might be tempting to dump your hand out and play super aggressively. Keep in mind that it's still a mains deck, so you want to hold something back to be able to react to your opponent. Get in as many reps as you can and figure out exactly how many characters you need to play and in what matchups to flip your objective without ending up with a stranded stack of characters while you search for Odin Nelsor and Sacrifice to be able to go after your opponent. Last little bit, you've got a token space package with the Invisible Hand and the Blockade support ship along with Admiral Trench. This can be a fairly robust package, but it's not going to last too long against a deck with heavy space. Play smart and adapt to your opponent's space package and you should be fine. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.